أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين نويت التعلم والتعليم والتذكر والتذكير والنفع والانتفاع والعبادة والاستفادة والحث على التمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم والدعاء للهدى والدلالة عن خير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى وبعد. Anybody have a question before we start? Any questions? No? Alhamdulillah. No questions, Hafsa? Nothing? Yusuf? No. Yeah, man? No. He's too tired. SubhanAllah. But he's sitting well. Okay, we were looking at Quranic du'as. It's really beneficial to do so. I don't know if it's the best thing for you, but because the reason why I say that is sometimes the Quranic du'as because sort of they're not the same, they're different, is that clear? But what you find in the hadith literature is much more vast. Is that clear? And so in practice, I'm not sure, I'm guessing, just by looking at this, that I think when you get to the hadith literature and the diversity of du'as is incredible. I think you'll benefit a lot there, inshallah. But this first du'a that we did was, we sort of changed the text a little bit. We're going with this document, which is quite nice. Allah said, وَقَالَ رَبُّكُمُ ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. This is just to remind us that the reason why we make du'a is because Allah has commanded us to make du'a. And Allah says, ادْعُونِي أَسْتَجِبْ لَكُمْ. Hey, make du'a to me, and I will answer your du'as. And then the other part of the ayah tells you something really important. And it could be something about you as a person, we as as people, that إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ عَنْ عِبَادَتِي سَيَدْخُلُونَ جَهَنَّمَ دَاخِرِينَ. And so those who don't pray to Allah, but indeed those who stay conceited towards worshipping me, will enter hell in disgrace. So here, du'a is an ibadah, it's an immense ibadah. And the Prophet was reported that said, Du'a'u mukhul ibadah. Du'a is the maghaz, mukh, the brains of ibadah. It's key. That's why you find no worship except it's full of ibadah, it's full of du'as. It's sort of full of du'a to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is to try to empower ourselves with lots of du'as. The more you memorize, the better, the more you can use. Is that clear? And so here, it's important to memorize new du'as, and increase and grow with those du'as, because then that will allow you to converse with Allah for longer. Sometimes if I've only got one or two du'as under my belt, after a while I'm like, what do I do now? And that's down to the fact that I don't have like a good mix. So here, make a habit, make an effort to increase, grow, learn new du'as. Last week we memorized two. So here, part of takabbur is not worshipping God. It's really dangerous, by the way. Iblis, Allah commanded him to prostrate to God and he refused. Did you get it? And so we have 5 calls to prayer. If you're not responding, it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. It's really dangerous when other people are praying and somebody's just sitting there. That's really dangerous, because what's stopping them? They're saying no to. We don't want that. So du'a is important. It's humility. Allah loves to be begged, and Allah loves to answer du'as, and then none can answer du'as but Allah. And then we looked at living and deceased, and du'a for someone or against someone, and the idea is to be good on earth, and so that people give you du'as. When people do good to people, when they die, you hear people just making Ya Allah, Jannah Nasib there. You hear it again and again. You hear it less from this generation, but the past generation, they never mention a dead person except they follow with dua. They always say, Allah Jannah Nasib there. You'll find this generation, generally they say, Fulan, so-and-so, yeah? And they just carry on. Very few will actually give a dua. Okay? And this is, and when people die and people remember people, they give du'as, Allah have mercy. Why? So, Wallahi, when I had nothing, they gave me. When I needed help, they were there for me. And so the dead person, there's nothing greater than a dua coming their way. It's beautiful. And that's because of their hard work on earth. And this is where, just now I was coming for a still recording in Bukhari. Imam Bukhari mentioned the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls Jubilee. We're talking about Jibreel in the role of Jibreel. But Angel Jubilee is an archangel. He was responsible for bringing revelation to the Prophet ﷺ. But one of his other things that he did was he has a responsibility of, when Allah loves a slave, Allah calls upon Jibreel. He says, Ya Jibreel, I love so-and-so. So love that person, Ya Jibreel. Then Jibreel a.s. says, Ya Allah, I love that person. And then Jibreel is commanded by God to tell the residents of the heavens that Allah loves so-and-so. And then they love that individual. There are people whose name is well known in the heavens, but the people of earth don't know them. But the Malaika all know, because Jibreel has told them who that person is, and that person is loved by God. And then, when the people of the heavens love that individual, what happens? Automatically, people on earth just fall in love with that individual, just like that person. So what do you like so-and-so? I don't know, just nice. Do you get it? And so here, that's out of your control. Sometimes it's in your control. Sometimes, even when you don't want to like them, you're like forced to like them. You're forced to accept them. Is that clear? Because this is a heavenly thing. And the same happens with hatred. There's some people who Allah hates. Allah hates their actions. And calls Jibreel and tells Jibreel, Ya Jibreel, I hate so-and-so, so I hate so-and-so. And then Jibreel goes and tells the rest of the heavens, the angels, the same thing, and they hate that individual. And then the people of earth just end up hating. And there's some people who are internationally just hated. Everybody hates them. You get it? They think of evil. They see them. They think, I'm not going to mention their names, right? Here, wow. So really, we don't want to be like that. We don't want that to happen. I came across a scenario yesterday where you have a family where there's a girl. She's married to her aunt's son. That part's normal, okay. And then the aunt is not speaking to her sisters, two sisters, right? Okay. Why? Because of some rishta breakdown somewhere. That one's normal as well, right? Okay. Now, but look at the next part. So she's got one brother in the UK. This young girl, she's from Pakistan. She's got one brother. So now this mother-in-law of hers, who's her aunt as well, and that family are not allowing this young girl to speak to her brother. She's not allowed to speak to her brother. That's the only person she has, right? Thinking, why? Because we don't get on with it. Thinking, what's that got to do with it? You get it? She has a duty from God to reach out to her siblings. Get it? That's a duty from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But some people are just weird. It's really strange how they function. You see? Thinking, why would you do that for? Why would you deprive? If I've got something against you, get it? Then why would we take out so-and-so for? But anyhow, we don't want to be involved in zulm. This is zulm. You get it? This is wrong. And I don't want to wrong anybody. Get it? Nobody wants to wrong people. Your life's too short. You want the best for people. Even my enemy, I pray, you know the people you don't like, there's some people you hate, don't you? You just don't like them, they've hurt you, they've harmed you. Agree to know? If you're smart, You would make dua, Ya Allah, make such a person that I hate, make them from the biggest awliya on earth. How? How does that make sense? How's that supposed to make sense? Why? Because that would bring you the greatest benefit. Because if they become awliya, and wali's not going to make dua against you, he's saying, Ya Allah, forgive me, I wrong souls. Ya Allah, please bless them, Ya Allah. That's smart. Yeah, it's smart because that's a good investment. Any rancor, any hatred in your heart is poison for anybody. Yeah, except those who Allah has told us to hate. We hate kufr, we hate, we don't hate individuals. Are you with me? Not individuals. We hate that idea of hypocrisy. We hate it. Here, this is why become people who wish the best for everybody. It's just easier. Your heart will be at rest. And that's your heart, and it deserves that, because you only have a short time. Why live for 10, 15, 20, 30 years that you have left just hating? You're never in peace. Just let go. Let go of hatred. Just wish the best for everybody. Just get on with it. Make the most of this time. Make the most of this, what you have. When you want to live a life where you don't speak to your spouse, you don't speak to your children, don't want that. Again, I came across this yesterday where there's people, like they don't talk to their children, even if they try, they can't, because the relationships are beyond repair. Don't want that. We want to build. We want everybody to have their fair share of those they have rights towards, and just do your best. And then what will happen is, when you die, when we die, when we move on, people remember you. Yeah, they make dua for you. They don't come to your grave and say, oh, I don't like you. Why? Because you were a father, you were a mother, you were a husband, you were a brother, you deprived me of my rights. See, they won't say that. They'll say, Allah bless you, try your best. We need those du'as. It's about thinking about the future. I need those du'as. When I move on, rahmah from Allah, people will come and visit your grave. You go to a graveyard, I don't know about you, but there's certain people who demand you attend to their grave. There's a power that pulls you to their grave. And sometimes you don't know why. If it's up to you, you wouldn't go to certain grave, you just go where you need to go and move on. Something happens, but you suddenly move. You get it? Allah's rahmah, this is something they've done and so forth. So anyhow, that inshallah ta'ala. So we've mentioned key things about how du'as are accepted. We said halalika, so important. You get it? And this, the heart as well. Broken heart, humble heart, turns to Allah, du'as are more likely to be accepted. Is that fair? And so here, what you do before you turn, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, really important. Give sadaqah. Give some charity. Give some charity, make some istighfar, then turn to Allah. One important thing is thana. Learn to praise Allah. Sit there and say, Ya Allah, you're the Almighty. If you learn the 99 names of Allah, you can do that really well. You go through each name. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Hayyu. You get this praise. You praise Allah. Then you turn to Allah in dua. Very different. So here, and this is what you find in prophetic du'as. Lots of praise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what the human nature is as well. Human nature is what? When you praise somebody for long enough, you get anything. When your baby comes, Daddy, I love you. Mommy, I love you. You're the best. Okay, you know what? Give me a hug. Can I have ice cream? Oh, go on then. You get it? Just the best way. You're listening. This is how you get ice cream. Okay. Here, this is it. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that from us. And then we looked at times and places and so forth, etiquette or physically, what to do and so forth. And then we looked at some of this stuff, pillars of dua, we moved on. And this is important, this one. Salawat in the beginning, salawat in the middle, a durushif at the beginning, durushif in the middle, durushif at the end. Very, very important, okay? Brilliant way to get your du'as accepted. Sending salawat on Rasulullah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Durood Ibrahimiyya. You get it? And then make dua. and then read salawat in the beginning, then carry on making dua and end with durood sharif. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then you end your dua. Now, and then we've got du'as, how Allah answers du'as. Sometimes instantly, sometimes, you won't see it answered. Are you with me? You see it answered in the next line, and then you're like, subhanallah. Sometimes someone so-and-so doesn't give you money. You go, come on, you're like, why not? You did. And then they give it, and you think, what timing to get it? Perfect timing. And this is why it's better to leave it with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do your bit. You find Allah's timing is amazing. Get it? It's all wise. It's the best thing for you. Okay? So that's why you do your bit. If it's answered, not answered, don't worry about it. Get it? Leave it to. Don't think Allah hasn't answered. Don't have a bad opinion of God. Get it? Know that Allah has chosen something better for me. Alhamdulillah. You see, this is the way we should roll now. We read this dua. Do you remember it? Rabbana تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. SubhanAllah, benefitful, because I never used to have this in my repertoire. Now, every time I finish a lesson or I finish something, I read this, right? Oh Allah, because we're now inspired, right? This is the benefit of learning, that you're able to use new things, right? So this was the dua. Who made this dua? Prophet Ibrahim. Some say Prophet Ibrahim. Ismail made it. Prophet Ibrahim said Ameen to his dua. Is that clear? But they said the stronger opinion is no, they both made this dua. Okay. So Allah teaches us how to make dua. And one of the reasons for doing this, I'm now learning how to make dua to God. Allah wants you to say this. Get it? That, oh Allah, you're begging, accept from me. Allah wants to answer it. And then you praise Him. You say, Ya Allah, you're the all-hearing. You're the all-knowing. Allah loves that praise. You see? And so here, learn to praise with meaning, understanding. Ya Allah, innaka anta as-sami'ul alim. From your heart, rather than just... So, no, you're better having a dua from your heart, one, and then moving, than to have a long dua, and get it. This is why we want to go slowly, we want to grasp these. Even don't finish them all. Just get a few under your belt, understand it. Then you've got Rabbana waj'alna muslimayn laka wa min dhurriyyatina ummatan muslimatan lak wa arina manasikana wa tub alayna innaka antat tawwabur rahim. This dua, okay, we last week did another one. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana. Do you remember? Wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. But this is slightly different, okay, in its order. Okay, so what we have here is, you can see, oh Allah, waj'alna muslimayn laka. Can you see that there? I had to say, I can't see it right now. You can see, asking Allah, to make you people who have submission to His will. So here, Muslim doesn't mean Muslim, or make me Muslim. No, saying a Muslim is someone who submits to the will of God. Whatever Allah wants, I'm in your obedience. So Allah, make us from amongst those who submit to who have submission to your will. That whatever you say is halal, you do. Whatever you say is haram, you stay away. Submission. Okay. And we say this as well, by the way. When you eat food, what do you say? Allahumma alhamdulillahi alladhi at'amana وَسَقَانَا وَجَعَلَنَا مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. You say, Allah, all praise be to Allah who fed us, gave us to drink, and made us from the Muslims. People who have submission to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some people don't get it. They're like, you're mad. What? No food, no drink for a month? You're crazy. I've never heard anything so silly in my life. This is what they say because they don't understand. But this is our submission to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says, leave your food, leave your drink, leave your pleasures for my sake. Okay, I will give you better. And then you grow, your willpower grows, you grow as a person, you get it, you become more grateful, amazing. Otherwise you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. What other system makes you grateful? Apart from losing everything. When you lose everything, are you not grateful? I met a guy yesterday, subhanallah. Allah, it's heartbreaking, but it's what it is. Some cities have a lot of homeless people. So I came out of this Morris, I saw this guy sitting there, so I took out my whatever I had changed and said, here you are, mate. And really weak. Yeah. You know what he said to me? He said to me, make a prayer for me, please. And I said, make a prayer for me, please. I said, what prayer would he want? You know, what prayer would he want? He goes, make a prayer for me, please. You believe in God, I believe in God. He said, make a prayer that God gives me a house. I thought, wow. You know, God give me a house. We've all got houses. So yeah, we are so fortunate with what we have. That's his only wish. If he had a roof, he hasn't got a roof. Even if he had a car, because you know, some people sleep in their cars. Got a roof at least. You know, he didn't ask for anything else. Just make a prayer for me, God give me a house. Make dua, Ya Allah give me a house. He's always a Gora. He's a human. Gore are Muslim sometimes. Pakistanis are weird, man. With Gora in it, yeah. How many Gore are Muslim, mashallah, and good Muslims, Allahu Akbar. Now, Allahu Akbar. What's the point of that? Be grateful. Be great. This month is about being grateful. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Be buzzing on alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. That's what it's about now. And so here, oh Allah, make us people who submit zakah. And from our children. Make dua for your children. Look at your children and don't say, oh, just look at them like that. Say, Allah bless you. You get it? Getting used to saying, Allah bless you. Get it? Allah yarda alayk. The Arabs say, love it. They say, Allah yarda alayk ya ibni. Allah be pleased with you, my son, my daughter. They always constantly give them du'as. You get it? And mashallah is good, but give them du'as. Give them a share of your Rabbi Ja'alni. Get it? Like with presence of heart. You know, the dua of a parent for the child is strong. It comes from deep down. So here, very important. So, رَبَّنَا وَجْعَلْنَا مُسْلِمَيْنِ لَكَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ وَأَرِنَا. And then you got manasikana, and show us your right. وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا. And then you got this tawbah element. وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ. Okay, is that clear? This beginning part is really important. Then you got رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً. Oh Allah, give us the best in this dunya. Do you get it? But don't define it. Give us the best house, the best car, the profession, the best lifestyle. Ya Allah, give it. Because nobody else can give it but Allah. And there's nothing wrong with asking that. You get it? No, don't ask, Ya Allah, give me a small house. I'm happy with it. Ya Allah, give what's befitting your generosity. Let Allah decide what's best for you. Give us the best in this dunya. But don't forget your nasib in the akhirah. Again, وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنًا. And very importantly, وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. You're protected from the fire, then you enter Jannah, inshallah. Then you've got, this is, look at this. رَبَّنَا أَفْرِغْ عَلَيْنَا صَبْرًا وَثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَنَا وَانصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. Here in this beautiful ayah, okay, what do you have here? Rabbana, again, oh our Lord. So again, Ya Allah, Allahumma, Rabbana, they're all synonymous, right? Afriq means what? Here in the, our Lord, bestow on us endurance, okay? Make our foothold sure. What does that mean? And give us help against the disbelieving folk, okay? Can anybody translate that in a more easy translation? Go on. Doctor, Bismillah. So you can have a go. Come on. Now, what does afriq, what does farigh mean? What does farigh mean? You speak. What does farigh mean? Yeah. Farigh? Free of responsibility. What are you bottle khali kar? We have the word khali, isn't it? Okay, we don't use farigh for that, do we? Farigh is like, you know, sacked or is faragh, empty. But here, afriq means to empty. Is that clear? Is that clear? Afriq alayna. Sabbib alayna. So you're saying, Ya Allah, Rabbana, afriq, usbub alayna, sabba. Okay, like rainfall. You don't have heavy rainfall. You know, where everything, mashallah, is covered in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you're saying, Ya Allah, pour over us sabr. Get it? Sabr is really important. You don't want, Ya Allah, just give me sabr. Ya Allah, give me a downpour, okay, of rahmah, that gives me sabr on that level. That's how much you need. Lots of it. You need a lot of patience. So, Rabbana afriq alayna sabra, okay, like water, you know, over pasture, over plants, and like rain falls, mashallah, and see it grow, okay. And then you say, وَثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَنَا, and give us make us steadfast, make our feet firm on this earth, okay, in front of tribulation, in front of any harm that comes our way, in front of the tests that come our way. So what do you see? There's a connection here. You get it? Where this sabr has to enter our hearts. Oh Allah, pour this sabr into our hearts. When the sabr comes into your heart, it's this that makes you stand. Have you never seen a gang fight? In school, do you fight, Hamza, in school? Do you not have like Wickham, was it RGS versus Wickham High? Do you not have that time? In the olden days, I think it was the RGS versus Creswick. Is that what it was? What was it? Which schools have a soccer? No. William Ramsey versus. Oh yeah, they just play rugby. Anyhow, what do you call a brave person? Who's a brave person? Like in any situation, right? If a dog comes and tries to attack somebody, okay, and they bite a friend of yours, what are you going to do? Run or stay firm? When your friend is attacked, do you run? Some people run, right? We all know those who run. And some stand, mashallah. Sometimes you hear a noise, some couple of people run under their bed and some run out. They run towards. When there was a large noise in Medina, people were still thinking, trying to work out what's happened. Rasulullah had already been outside and checked and was returning back. I said, don't worry about it, it's okay. Brave people stand their ground. They face up to their troubles. They face up to challenges of life and they try to deal with them. They don't run away. Some in life run away from their troubles. They hide. Do you get it? They need a lot of dua. Allah give them strength in their heart, because it's the heart, when it's strong, that allows your feet to stay firm. Because it's here. Some people don't run. They rather get battered, they get jumped, they get whatever. They never run. They're not buzzed in. They're brave hearts. So here, it's very important that we ask Allah, Ya Allah, give us sabr in our hearts, so much sabr that we're able to stand in front of difficult things in life. You get it? And remain strong. Is that clear? And not run away from it. So here, وَثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَنَا, give us this endurance, okay, to keep. There's no saying, so our feet are planted in the ground that we can't move. That's not the point, is it? There's not the foothold that we're looking for. We want to be strong. Come exams with that. Bismillah. Is that clear? That's what you want. Okay, not scared. Wansurna, and give us victory. So here, one is to be brave. Second is to stand and not run away. And third, give us victory. Remember, one of the major sins of this deen is al-firaru min al-zahab, running away from jihad. You know, when warriors, soldiers go to fight, to flee from jihad is one of the biggest sins. Why? Because one person turning around can do what? It can make a whole army run. Because that's what you need, isn't it? SubhanAllah. I went to Hajj by road, right, in 1999. We're in this desert in Jordan, and we've arrived in the desert, right? We're about 10 miles away or 5 miles away from the Jordanian border. So we're in this desert. We're the first ones to arrive, and we don't really get what's happening. We just know we want to go Hajj. So we've got a bus and taxi from Damascus, came to Jordan, got another taxi, got another bus, ended up in a Tablighi mosque. From there got a little 12-seater that's driven us towards the Saudi border and dropped us off. I've never been to a desert before in my life, and we're in the desert, like the desert. There's a road and desert. Where's Saudi Arabia? Somewhere that way. Anyhow, we're going Hajj. Hajj is 5 days away. 5 days. We're sitting there. We're literally sitting there. There's a few other people running around. Come next day, the number has multiplied by a few hundred. Together, there's a few hundred people there. Cars are parked. There's a road like this, and there's a little barrier there, and there's a checkpoint, and the people are sitting and camping on each side of the road. And there's a few, maybe 20, 30, 50 cars now as well, and they're all lined up strategically as well, close to the barrier. So what was happening was that they were all just waiting for the Jordanian police to allow us to go further. Okay, and there was some talk between the Jordanians and the Saudis. You get it? Like, are you going to let these people go Hajj like you let people go last year? So last year, the year before in 98, they gave a few hundred visas. And so this is a talk. Anyhow, over the course of the next 2 days, there's 6,000 people in the desert. Can you imagine 6,000 people, one road, like from here to town, maybe even, no, that's too far. Maybe towards, I don't know, don't want to promote any single business. But somewhere that way, okay, the middle, just before, maybe about 600, I don't know, kilometre, maybe less than that. Anyhow, cars all parked. And they're not letting anybody go. And they're saying, you have to send a delegation that's going to speak to the Saudis and see if they're going to give you visas. So this delegation went to Saudi Arabia, a few miles away, and they're coming back. And as they're coming back, remember, all the cars are parked strategically so they can go onto the road. Some geezer, okay, what does he do? Josh, innit? Josh is not horse sometimes. He sees them going, he goes, Allahu Akbar! Like that. That's all he did. People heard Allahu Akbar. What do they think? Visas have been granted. Yeah, no questions asked. Allah, people are doing sajda. I remember doing sajda, hugging my friend, thinking we're going, because obviously this is the short. The cars started to get onto the road. You get a beep, 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 all trying to get through the checkpoint. As you came closer, 5 minutes later, false alarm. Ya Allah, the fights that took place. Why? Because now they'll reverse back to the same place again. And so here, subhanAllah, you sometimes have these false alarms. What's that got to do with what I was talking about? Huh? Yeah, sorry, that's what it was. Sometimes it happens a lot, you know that. Here, running away, you get it? Running away is scary. We have to face up to our tests are ours. Nobody else can deal with your problems. Do you get it? I can't deal with my problems. Deal with them by turning to Allah. The Prophet ﷺ, any problems that he had, ﷺ, what would he do? Make wudu, go to salah. Run to God. When you have a problem, run to Allah. Get on the prayer mat and make dua. Go into sajda and beg, Ya Allah, find me a solution. Don't run here and there. And some don't run at all. They just leave. No, that's not good. You have to think of, what's my problem? I'm not praying. I'll find a solution. Why am I not praying? It's Ramadan, for God's sake. I've got problems at work. Let me deal with the people, talk to people. Come, let's find a solution. I've got problems at home. Find, where's the weakness? Ask somebody's advice. How do I resolve this? And that's what Allah wants you to do. But first of all is turn to Allah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So here, Rabbana afrigh alayna sabra. This dua is really important for sabr. When you have no sabr and you're struggling because you've got lack of patience, this is the one. Rabbana afrigh alayna sabra. Now you mean, Ya Allah, send a downpour of sabr onto my heart. That will give me the strength to be able to stand up to my problems, inshallah ta'ala, and give me victory now. And so here, you've got this tartib here, very important. If you get sabr, you become strong. You see that? If you have sabr, you become strong. Look at the ayah. Get sabr, you become firm-footed. You know? So if you're slipping all the time, Ramadan helps. Because one of the things Ramadan does, it builds your patience. And you need it everywhere. You need patience where? To continue to do good things. Then you need patience with yourself to continue to read Quran daily and zikr daily and grow daily. You need sabr in the face of ma'asiyah and sin. No, no, no. Sabr is more than what we think it is. You know, sabr is strength. You hear all the time, aunties, single mothers, you get it, children, you mashallah have been through a lot. Bada sabr is. You know, and they say sabr na pan. You tell, there's a hikmah in why these things are said in our communities. And these are universal principles. You get it? This is why find ways to become more patient. You know, find ways to grow in sabr. Allah give us tawfiq. For example, in salah, slow it down a little bit, 5 tasbeehs. Because the nafs wants to run, doesn't it? Wants to run. Subhanallah. So they say, you don't go nowhere, mate. Subhanallah. Please let me go. You can hear the conversation. You get it? Your aql, your heart saying, nah. Your ego saying, please let me go. I've got to go. That's my got to go. You get it? Nah, mate. Subhanallah. It's burning. It's going mad inside. You get it? Until it settles. You get it? Until it realizes you're not letting it go. Then it just gives up. So here, slow down. Even after namaz, just slow down. You get it? Just wait for a bit. Do this istighfar before you move up. Just to learn that sabr now. This is why it's good to do gardening. You know, sabr, do gardening. This is why all our elders, incredible sabr. Why? Where did they get it from? And you got to go and cut crops. You know, when you sow the seed and you wait all year long for it to grow, and then you got to harvest it. You know, then you know, putra, roti doesn't just come like that. It is a process, mate. And you grab that roti, fine, Bismillah. They never throw roti away. They don't. Why? Because they know the value of it. You know, some was very fortunate, but some was very unfortunate for us. You know, so that's why gardening is quite good, actually. Sow your own, get the children to do garden. They see how things grow, how it takes time to give fruit now. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. This ayah, here you go look. رَبَّنَا وَلَا تَحْمِلْ عَلَيْنَا إِصْرًا كَمَا حَمَلْتَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِنَا رَبَّنَا وَلَا تُحَمِّلْنَا مَا لَا طَاقَةَ لَنَا بِهِ وَاعْفُ عَنَّا وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا وَارْحَمْنَا أَنْتَ مَوْلَانَا فَانصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. This one ayah has how many du'as? Ready? Here we go. If you get it right, I'm going to give you a present. I owe you a present. I haven't forgotten. Wallahi, every day I think about you, thinking, when am I going to give her a present? I had this lady a present, young girl, subhanAllah. I promised each other. There might be a few more still to say, you still owe me a book. Anybody here? Okay, here we go. Ready? You've got, I'm going to go through the slide twice. Here we go. 1. You've got to work out how many du'as there are there. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. 3 is not right. There are 3, but there's more. How many? 13. Don't count for me. How many du'as here? Is there 3 du'as here? 1 du'a? And here? 1 here? Where's the 3? Okay, what are you asking? Look what's this? What you say here? What are you saying? Ya Allah. You know this Archie's English here, I don't help. Archie Mountbatten's English. We need easy English. Okay, the answer should be, go on. How many? 8. Who said 8? Anybody else? You change your mind? 3? Shakib? You're Googling it. No, I'm going to find it. 7 should be. Yes, that's 7. Yeah. 8. Should be 7. Here we go. It should be 7. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَّسِينَا وَأَخْطَأْنَا. Oh Allah, don't take us to account if we forget or make a mistake. The dua is one, don't take us to account. Okay. And then, رَبَّنَا وَلَا تَحْمِلْ عَنَّا إِسْرًا. Hey, don't put this burden upon us, okay? As you put the burden upon the people that came before us. We'll extend a bit. 2, Ya Allah, don't take us to account. Ya Allah, don't put this burden upon us, okay? And then 3, رَبَّنَا وَلَا تُحَمِّلْنَا مَا لَا طَاقَةَ لَنَا بِهِ. Okay? And don't burden us more than we can hack. Okay? وَعَفُ عَنَّا. Number 4. Okay? What's that? Forgive us. Okay? Or give us your afiyah, right? Okay? Where's it going again? وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا. 5. Yeah? وَارْحَمْنَا. Is that right? 6. Have mercy upon us. Ansurna, and give us victory. Is that 7 together? Now let's just explain it. So if you got it right, inshallah, who got 7? Just the 1. Nobody else? 2. Okay. 2, yeah? Inshallah ta'ala. Rosa, don't say, huh? Who? Yusuf. Yusuf, did you get it right? Alhamdulillah. Okay, that's okay, inshallah. Here we go. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا. What does that mean? This is really important because you make this dua, don't you? Oh Allah, okay, لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا. Hey, لَا تُعَاقِبْنَا. Ya Rabbil Alameen, don't punish us. Don't punish us, okay? And remember, Allah's teaching us dua. You want to learn how to make dua? This is how Allah wants you to make dua. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَّسِينَا وَأَخْطَأْنَا. Ya Allah, if I forget or I make a mistake, please don't take me to account. Okay? And sometimes we don't make mistakes. We forget. We forget to pray, got busy with business, we got busy with a phone call, something happened, but you really honestly forgot. Okay? Or you made a mistake, you thought it's still enough time for Asr, then you realize, oh God, Asr's already gone. Or with Dhuhr maybe, better example. Is that clear? Something make a mistake. Sahri, some people make a mistake with Sahri. You get it, they think you still got time and they get it wrong. So here, you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, don't take me to account. Okay, don't condemn us, okay, if I forget or I make a mistake, okay? And so here, this is the first part, okay? So again, oh Allah, don't take me to account, okay? If I forget, okay, like I delay my prayer, or I forget about the time, or I harm somebody unintentionally. I wanted to restrain him, the guy ended up, something else happened to him. Like Musa alayhi salam, remember, he punched him to sort of restrain him and to move him, but he ended up killing him. It wasn't intentional. In the heart, it was never intentional. You have people like that. I was in prison. I'll wait for a moment. Okay, Allah, I was in prison in Leicester. Leicester, they're in for murder. And I was in for murder. No, I went to teach. And I went to Leicester prison. They already told me, these guys they're all in there for murder. Ya Latif, I went to give Jama'ah. I walked in. I'm like, just knowing the sin for what they're in there, right, just made it really, soul crunching. So I was really struggling spiritually because I knew all of these people had blood on their hands. And some people were really, really bad. There's one Asian guy in there. He killed a Gora, white man. Why? Because he's white. That's why he killed him. And he was in there for murder. And they said he had no remorse. And I was speaking to him 10 years of this was later, no remorse. See, no remorse for like understand. Anyhow, they're coming in, right? And I'm meeting them one by one. And in my heart, I was really scared. I think, how am I going to deal with these guys? I'm going to give Jummah khutbah. Yeah, they walk in, they're all, from the gym, and they're all coming in massive. I thought, Ya Allah, what am I going to do? So then I came up with a plan. I thought, you know what, there's only one thing I can do here. I'm under pressure. They're all sitting in front of me, good 20, 30, 40, I can't remember now. So I got up, and I thought, I'm just going to shout my head off. Best thing, you get it? Shout. In prison, if you can make noise, you can't, khalas. You get it? They don't really listen sometimes what you're saying. Just, you shout, yeah? You're like, no, that took me. Like the Murlis go off on one. So I shouted my head off, right? Really, really loud. Went off, yeah, Allah would do this. At the end, I think I had mentally exhausted them. They came and they gave me salams like this, one by one. Anyhow, amongst them was one guy who was innocent. He had done nothing. But then I got sucked into it. You get it? Falsely accused or whatever it was. I knew this because in Woodhill, his cousin told us he was the one who was guilty, and that bachara, got. You get people like that, like Yusuf alayhi salam, innocent. You get it? Falsely accused bachara, and they have to have sabr until Allah clears their name. That's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you never know what good they can do in a prison. Think what they're going to do in a prison. And so many people memorize Quran in the prison. So many people, because they're in prison, okay, they're saved from so many worse things outside. And sometimes they're in prison, they change so many lives with da'wah. You get it, calling people to God. I remember going to Woodhill, walking into a cell. I said, come Imam, what's up? I've got to go give some shahada. 2 shahadas in a cell, off you go, another shahada. It's incredible how many people turn to Allah. Make tawbah. So here, sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes they're made bigger than they are, and we didn't mean it like that, and so forth. So we turn to Allah all the time, okay? رَبَّنَا وَلَا تَحْمِلْ عَلَيْنَا إِسْرًا. This is really important. Why? If you don't get this verse, you can't really be grateful. Because this verse is saying, oh our Lord, lay not on us a burden like that you laid upon the people who came before you. The people who came before us is very different for them. In Banu Israel, if you committed a sin, okay, sometimes you had to do some serious things to expiate for your sin. Either it was to kill somebody, or on your front door you had to write that I had committed such a sin, so everybody knew what you had done. That was the only way that your gunnah was going to be forgiven. Seriously difficult. Alhamdulillah, we don't have that type of difficulty. Exactly in Banu Israel, okay, they didn't. Alhamdulillah, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in a hadith, he said, رُفِعَ عَنْ أُمَّتِي الْخَطَأُ وَالنِّسْيَانُ وَمَا اسْتُكْرِهُ عَلَيْهِ. That my ummah, okay, is being lifted from them. All blame, okay, is lifted from them. And when they commit something by mistake, there's no sin. By the way, in some things in our religion, you do by mistake. If you eat by mistake, did your roza break or not? And now roza's about to open, and you open it 1 minute early, okay? Did your roza break or not? Yes, it does. It's a mistake, your roza breaks. If you open your roza mistakenly early, is that clear? Your roza is broken. Well, 1 minute, yeah, 1 minute you broke it early. I didn't say forgetful, it's a mistake. But where's the blame? Is there any blame? No blame, it was a mistake. The roza is broken, you have to make it up. There's some things in our religion, for example, somebody kills somebody by mistake, they have to give a diya. Yeah, they give blood money, and they fast, okay, and so forth. You get 2 months on a trot for expiation and so forth. Yeah. So here you have some of these things. But here, what a ni'mah from Allah. My ummah, he says to them, hey, when they make a mistake, there's no blame on them. It was a mistake. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Or if they forget and do something, no sin on you, alhamdulillah. The benefit of forgetting, and anybody forgot and ate in Ramadan so far? Don't worry, you're not sinful. Your roza is intact. Anybody done that so far? Nobody. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make us forget and give us to eat. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ameen. None of you, Yusuf, Hafsa, no? Have you not forgotten yet? Ya Allah. If you forget and you eat, Hamza, what happens? You were the guest of Allah. If you forget and you eat, Allah made you forget and fed you. Maza? And you carry on as normal. Yeah? Nearly doesn't count because I nearly did it as well. Then I remembered. Oh. So here you want to forget, inshallah, you forget and you eat, Ya Rabb. Because that was beautiful, isn't it? The hadith says Allah makes you forget and then Allah gives you to eat. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Ajib, that is. It's a lovely feeling, you know, when you do that. I've only done it once in my life, by the way. I know somebody that forget like multiple times in a day. If only I could be you. Which is a good sign. Because we have a girl, they think, what's wrong with you? You mad? The hadith is saying Allah makes them forget and Allah feeds them. Really, another banda there. You get it? And don't really get blamed and told off for being like, he's such a fool, what's wrong with you? You get it? Sure, the hadith not saying that. The hadith saying Allah makes them forget, feeds them. SubhanAllah. When you go home today, lots of people say, oh, by the way, I'm that person who forgot. Yeah, none of them. And what they've been, if you've been forced to do something, no blame. Someone puts a gun to your head, or a knife to your head, or mentally, sometimes people oppress people, no blame. Because you didn't mean to. Like what happens, none of us have seen this, Allah not show us. One of my friends was put in an electric chair, and he was told to say horrible things like Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, forced. And they kept, harming him. Some people go through that. They go, if you don't kill so-and-so, you don't harm so-and-so, you don't steal from so-and-so, as you watch what I do to you. Which are they get forced and pushed into these types. Sometimes they gamble, sometimes why they're desperate, or they somebody's. And so there's a lot of people there, they've got excuses for their mistakes. We make dua, Allah pull them out and give them good health, inshallah. So here, that's beautiful, right? We're going to end, and so here, oh Allah, so are you with me? Allah, don't take us to account, okay? Like you, and don't put this burden upon us like you put the burden upon Israel, which Allah hasn't. Alhamdulillah. رَبَّنَا وَلَا تُحَمِّلْنَا مَا لَا طَاقَةَ لَنَا بِهِ. Oh Allah, don't take me to account. Don't burden me with greater than what I can take. How many people have burdens they've taken and they've lost their aql, lost their mind? You see what I mean? So turn to Allah, say, Allah, make it easy for me. Ask for ease, okay? Wa'afu anna, okay? Hey, wipe away these sins. Yeah, leave no trace of them. For some people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and look how fortunate these people are. They're sincere. Allah turns all of their guna into sawab. Wow. All their guna becomes good deeds. Wa'afu anna, waghfir lana. Oh Allah, and forgive our sins. Okay? Here, wa'afu means remove any sign of it in our sahifas. No sign of it, gone. When somebody becomes Muslim, what's so beautiful about these people? All their sins are wiped away. They're all wiped away. And that's what Allahumma inna nas'aluka al-afwa wal-afiyah. Dua of Ramadan. One of the main du'as of Ramadan. Oh Allah, I ask you for al-afwa wal-afiyah. Say, Allahumma inni as'aluka. Oh Allah, I ask you al-afwa. What was it? Pardoning. Okay? Wal-afiyah, and well-being. Okay? Goodness in everything. Again, lots of this, inshallah ta'ala. So here, wa'afu anna ya Allah, leave no sign of it. Waghfir lana, okay? Here, waghfir lana, they say it means wasturna, cover our sins. Forgive us, and don't let anybody know that we did such and such a sin. You get it? Waghfir lana, cover our sins, guna. Allah's covering people's sins. Some people go and uncover, don't do that. Get it? About individuals. And sometimes you sit with people say, MashaAllah, he's good. Yeah, right, mate, you don't know, mate, he's the biggest drug dealer here. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, right, he's the biggest crook. Don't say that. Leave it. Allah's hidden it, you hide it. You get it? Because the Prophet said, Man satara musliman fi dunya, satara Allah fi dunya wal akhirah. And I want that. Allah says, whoever hides the faults and sins of a believer, a Muslim, that brother, that sister, yeah, they don't keep roza, they are not dating, whatever. Don't tell them. You get it? Why? Especially when you know it, stay quiet. Now the benefit comes. Because whoever covers the sins of such and such a person, another believer, Allah covers their sins in the dunya and akhirah. You don't want your sins to be covered? I don't want anybody to know the things I get wrong. Yeah, Allah's made us look so beautiful, walk around with swagger, people are praising, say, Alhamdulillah, long may it continue. Yeah, you don't want people to know the hidden thing. We all make mistakes. I don't want anybody to know that. So here we ask Allah, oh Allah, please forgive our sins, cover our sins, okay? Warhamna, and shower your mercy upon us, okay? Fansurna, oh Allah, and give us victory out of the Qawm al-Kafirin, okay? And those who disbelieve. So here, a beautiful dua. You've got to learn. You get it? So let's read it. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. How different. When you know it, when you know, you get the subtle meanings, right? How beautiful. It's not just like, just devout, so no, look at it again. ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا. Get it? Now you know, you want that sabr, right? ثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. الله أكبر. Beautiful when you get meaning. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا burden كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. Hey, Ya Allah, don't take us to account how you took them into account. Ya Allah, we're from the Ummah of Sayyidina Muhammad. Please, Ya Allah, please forgive. Make it easy, Ya Allah. Okay? ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به. When things are really tough, the pressure cooker's on. Get it? Just make it, please, Ya Allah, this is hard. Allah, don't give me more than I can take. ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. Alhamdulillah. That's enough. Isn't that enough? Alhamdulillah. Here we go. I hope you're okay. I don't want to go through this really quickly. I'd rather you have 5-6 du'as here and get it. Wallah, I'm enjoying this a lot. Like even these du'as I sort of knew, I didn't sort of know it, like this feeling like another layer, another level. It's really beautiful. Like this much I can go and read and memorize and practice. Okay, like mean it. Okay, that's more important than having lots of du'as. So a dua from your heart is better. If you don't know this in English, learn it in Arabic, learn it in English. But do try to learn it in Arabic as well. Like the human mind's amazing. The human mind's incredible. Just have to push it. Any questions, anybody? Now, Bismillah. No? Well, Alhamdulillah, Allah bless you. Ya Allah bless everybody here, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Allah, give us. Ya Allah, Allahumma taqabbal minna. Ya Allah, accept it from us. Innaka anta as-sami'ul alim. Ya Allah, you're all hearing, all knowing. Ya Allah, accept our actions. Ya Allah, overlook our bad actions and mistakes. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Allah, make us from amongst your maqbool servants. Ya Allah, accept our good actions. Ya Allah, accept our charity, accept our fasting, accept our learning, accept our khidmah of our families, accept our Ya Allah, khidmah of the community, Ya Rabbil Alameen, accept whatever we've done that is between us and you, Ya Allah, or is public, Ya Rabbil Alameen, accept it all. Ya Rabbil Alameen, Ya Allah, give us the best in this dunya, give us the best in the akhirah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, save us and our loved ones and our family, Ya Allah, parents and brothers and sisters, Ya Allah, and children from Jahannam, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, free us from Jahannam, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, enter us into your Jannah and your pleasure, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, pour over us your sabr, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, sabr that will give us firm footedness, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, keep us steadfast on this deed all the way until we breathe our last, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, and give us victory, Ya Allah. Give us victory over our ego, give us victory over shaitan. Give us victory over all those who oppress and harm, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا يا الله لا تؤاخذنا. Oh Allah, don't take us to account if we made mistakes, Ya Rabbil Alameen, or if we've forgotten and done things, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbil Alameen, Ya Allah, forgive us for any prayers that we missed. Ya, forgive us for anybody we may have harmed unintentionally, Ya Rabbil Alameen, or intentionally. Ya Allah, give us tawfiq to make tawbah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, don't burden us like you burdened the people of the past. Ya Allah, wait from the ummah of your Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, your pyara, ladla Prophet Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we ask you the secret of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through his rank with you and his love for you and your love for him and his nation. Ya Allah, don't take us to account all mistakes that we may have done. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, overlook our sins, Ya Allah, forgive our sins, Ya Allah. Ya Rabbil Alameen, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, enter us into Jannah with Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Ya Rabbil Alameen, if we've got problems in our lives, Ya Rabbil Alameen, you know what they are. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, fix them for us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, bring us a good result in everything that we do, Ya Allah. Give us sabr, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Bless the ummah of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Allah, wherever our Muslim brothers happen to be, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give them the best, Ya Allah. Forgive their martyrs, forgive their loved ones, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give sabr to their orphans and their widows, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Rabbil Alameen, Ya Allah, give them tawfiq. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursalin. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ya Allah. Jazakallah khairan. Allah bless you. Ya Rabb, bless you. Give you better than you can ever imagine. Alhamdulillah, for this beautiful month. I can't believe how fast it's going now. Can you believe it?